Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a little DIY for you. And I know a lot of people's got some mounts on their walls and instead of just a shoulder mount, put some habitat in there for them. But I want to show you this. I thought it turned out really, really good. Really cheap at Hobby Lobby. It's very light. And what's cool about it is you can take this, just slides off. All right guys. First things first is pick a shoulder mount, whatever shoulder mount you got on the wall if you want to do this. And what you're going to need to go do is you need to buy some little L brackets like these. Just a little L bracket. I think these are like 3" by 3". I bought these at Walmart. I think they come in a pack of 4. Show you how to attach them to the deer. I set this L bracket to where it comes out straight in front of the deer, like so. First things first, I'm going to put one screw in there. That's what it looks like in the front. Just a little bracket right there. I always loved the habitat look to them, but I just didn't want to spend that much, and I like to do stuff myself, and so went to Hobby Lobby. I got this piece of styrofoam. It's number 18 block. It cost me $8.99. I will tell you, a lot of times at Hobby Lobby, their stuff's like half off, and that's a good time to go get some of this, the grasses and the flowers or whatever you want to do, the foam. A lot of the stuff could be half off at a lot of times. That's what I start out with. That's my base. Super, super light. Shove it in that little bracket. And then what you want to do though is when you shove it in that bracket, you'll pull it out and then you'll hot glue the heck out of that hole. And then just shove it in there one more time, and then it'll be there forever. But it's extremely light. It's pretty simple to do. So get to doing it. Okay, so got it unwrapped. This is basically like 18 inches by 12 inches, just a rectangle. And first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray paint it. I'm gonna spray paint it just a brown. Like that. And you don't have to cover every speck of little bit of green that you find because we're fixing to put a bunch of moss on it. And that's what it looks like. I mean, you can still see a little bit of shades of green in there, but when the moss goes on there, you're never going to see it. But what I'll do at this point, top around all the sides, then I'll flip it over and I'll spray paint the bottom. I don't know where you're going to be using this at. If you got high ceilings, you're going to be able to see up underneath it. So make sure you spray that. And also, once we get the moss on there, it probably wouldn't hurt if you do have high ceilings to put some moss up underneath here too. So there's our foam block right there. And I got me a little old hot trusty glue gun. And that's how I'm going to attach this moss. And I'm going to attach it across the whole entire thing. All right guys, here's the moss that I'll be using, but it's kind of brown, you know. That's what I did the last one with, is this moss, and I was gonna go on with a dormant look. Everything was pretty much the end of November, close to rifle season, everything's pretty dormant. So that's kind of the way I went. This one here, I've decided to go more fall look. So I'm gonna put this ugly Spanish moss down, but then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of green to kind of color it up a little bit. So then it's just real brown looking moss, you know. And I got even some coral or orange little flowery stick, you know. I thought about putting in there a little more green to it, you know. Stuff that you'd probably see in late October, you know. Buck I'm doing this on, I shot that buck in muzzleloader season. So we still had those colors going around, and that's kind of the theme I'm going for. Of course, you can do anything with it. I even bought some acorns that I'm gonna put on here, and I'm gonna use some of this grasses. Still gonna use some of the wheat looking grass too. You just gotta, when you put this on here, but you just gotta remember the head's gonna be right here at the front, whether he's turned one way or the other. So your lower grasses will be here, and when you go around the deer, you know, these grasses will be, you can make them higher. So what I do is I just start putting a lot of glue. Just press that down, kind of hold that down just for a second. So how I'm doing this is I just take a little bit of glue and I'll glue the heck out of this little area right here. Take this moss and I just kind of put it in there, kind of hold it down just for a minute. And then I'll lift this side up and then I'll just kind of keep going down through there. So let me get this finished up and we'll get on to the sides. All right guys, so got the top, it's done. Look there. It doesn't take that long, just some glue. You don't have to put glue in every spot. Just glue it down and it's not coming off. It just looks like dead grass. Once you get the top done, we're gonna go around these sides and let's get all these sides done. Here she is. Looks like a big wad of dead grass. So we're gonna trim up some of this stuff that's just kind of hanging down. I'm just gonna take scissors and I'm just gonna trim along there all the way around. All right guys, you can see got it all trimmed up around there, around the edges. I'm going to hit this. I haven't done this because, like I said, this one I'm kind of going for a fall look. So I'm going to hit this with a little bit of green spray paint. I'm not going to make it all green, but I'm going to have some green tones in there. Here's the green I'm going with. Olive, Italian olive. It's not like a bright green. It's just, it's kind of like a fall green, I would say. I got my pine cones glued on there and I just kind of hot glued the back side of them, and I'm telling you, look at there, they're not gonna fall off. So that's kind of what my base looks like. I got all my grasses out here and you can see, so I got a little bit more colors in here. That's a little bit of a green, and then we got some fall-like leaves, and I end up going, I don't even know if I'm gonna use this, but a little bit of orange and yellow. And I got some like straw looking stuff, and this is the stuff I used on the last deer that you seen in there. This looks like some hay, winter wheat, you know. So I'm just gonna start spreading this out through there, figuring out how I want it to look, and we'll go from there. Little grasses like that. Just take them and either break them or cut them with some scissors, and I just start sticking them in there. However, wherever, just stick them in there. They go through that foam so easy. So of course you want there's what it looks like on the front right now. So of course you want the taller stuff on the side because, you know, his head's going to be here, and I think he's turning to the right. So all the taller stuff will be on the sides and the shorter stuff will be kind of up here in the center. But I just kind of figure out what I want to do. Like these right here, I kind of like these, you know, they kind of got some orange tint to them. And what I do with this, like this one piece right here cost $2.99. And then I'll take it, and if I don't want to use that whole big wad, I'll just take a little piece off of it and just cut it. Now on these right here, a pair of side dikes work so much better. And let me go grab my side dikes. Got me some side dikes or wire cutters, whatever you want to call them, but they make it a lot easier to cut because it's wire, you know, that's in there. So side dikes just cut it right off. So I don't know if I'm going to use all this, but I'm gonna stick it in here, and if I don't, I can just pull it out and stick it somewhere else. So I'm just gonna stick it right there in the front, just like that with that one. And then this one here, I may cut off about like that. Trim off that. So a little piece right here, I may stick it right over here. Just like so. I'll keep this if I want to add to it, or if I want to not add to it, you know. This big old wad of greenery right here, that gives you tons of stuff. And it's originally $14.99, so half off be $7, but there's so many of these strands in this that you can cut off. So I'm just gonna go through here and cut some of these off. Like that right there. And you can stick them anywhere you want. It's not that hard. Just figure out where you wanna place everything, and there's no rhyme or reason of where you put it. So I thought these were cool, kind of fall-like. I'm gonna trim this one off right here. It's a pretty cool little piece, and I'm just gonna stick it right here in this corner, like so. I'm gonna trim this one off, probably about right there. Little piece there off, and I'll stick him right over here. And you can just push it in that foam, and it just goes in that foam. Hell, I even like that right there. I mean, that's cool. And I'm gonna add a little bit more color. A little bit more color. I don't know. I may not do this or not. We'll see what it looks like in the end. If I want to add this or not, we'll see. Just gonna leave it at that. Get my orange. Got some orange out here. Snip some of this off. Where do I want to put it? That's the question. A little bit of orange in some places, like so. Look at that. It's kind of fall-like, kind of. I like these oats. These oats are cool. Little oat-looking things. On these, take them and cut whatever length I want. If you spin those around, you'll get just the stem. You'll get just the stem, so that's what it looks like. So you can just kind of stick these in some places. And if it don't stick, just do it again. Find you a place where it'll kind of stick through there. Even like these, it's like winter wheat. Looks like winter wheat to me. But these are cool, especially because they're kind of tall, and you can kind of put them kind of over on the sides. Let me grab a couple more of these. So that's a huge, long one, so I'm just going to trim this off. And if you're real careful with it, get you little bitty pieces like that, and you can. And the little ones are kind of thin. They're kind of hard to get started in there, but. How's that looking so far? It's looking pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. It's got some fall-like foliage in it. Got some purples and some oranges and some yellows. Got my acorns there. I think the acorns are really cool. I don't know what else I want to put on it. It's still light as a feather. Really like these. These are cool, and I like these. Pretty neat, and it's kind of fall-like. So let me go in here and look at this up against the deer and just see what I think. I think I like it. You can always add more to it if you want to, but I'm gonna show you how to stick this in there. And that styrofoam, it just slides right in. If this is the deer, of course I've got several other mounts that I could do this to, so I'm gonna stick it on this deer for now, and if I like it, then I'll put some hot glue back in that hole, stick it back in there, and you're done. But that's what's cool about them is, you know, you can move them around. You don't even have to hot glue them. I just moved this one over here on this guy. And I really like this guy sitting there with that. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna mount it up there. And to mount it, there's that stop that we put in that deer. And then it's just styrofoam. This right here is just styrofoam. So if you'll get that kind of centered up where you want it, and make sure you look at it in front of the deer, if that's where you want it, then all you do is just push. Just like that. Look at that. I think it turned out good, guys. I may add a little bit more back here in the back, but I think that's pretty cool. Gives a little bit of color in the room. The grass is not near as dormant looking. Got some fall foliage in there, and he looks really nice on that big buck. And then this one right here. What I'm thinking about doing is moving this. I may do that. I may take this one off, since those are the kind of my two by my chairs. I got that one over there. I may take this foliage off of here and put it on that one. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm eating deer jerky, baby. It's the best. But I'm happy. I like it. It's different. Has a little more color to it. So check it out. I moved that other one over here on this deer, which is pretty cool. You know how easy it is. You can just slide them in, slide them out, wherever you want to put them. But y'all check this out. There they are. Now all I need is a big outdoor high life sign to finish up that wall right there. Guys, thanks for watching. And hopefully if you do it, let me know. Let me know, because it's pretty easy, very cheap, and it adds a little more color. So let me know how it goes, and we'll catch you next time.